Hey y'all, I'm T the Brand, fellow Lashpreneur and Lash marketing mentor. I teach lash artists to make marketing simple, content easy, and keep clients coming back. Welcome to my channel and happy new year. This is the first video of 2026 and I'm feeling really good about the videos that I'm going to be sharing with you guys this month because I believe that they will help you have a successful 2026. I like to define success as you setting a goal and achieving it. So it's by your own merit and based off of your own work and effort. So let's get right into it. This video today, I have my notes. One of my goals this year is to use less ChatGPT, so I will not be always using notes on my phone. In the past years, prior to 2025, I used to always write things down. I was always writing down my content ideas and plans, my YouTube video topics, and all of the bullet points about what I would share in them, and I am getting back to that. God has blessed me with education, being naturally smart, my own intelligence, wisdom from Him, and so I'm not putting my business in the hands of AI this year. If I need an idea about something or, whatever, yeah, me and chatting about it, we're still cool. But my brain is a good brain and we're going to use this brain. I challenge you to do the same this year. Okay, so let's get into it. Our video today is going to be about how to be a successful lash artist in 2026. I know you've probably seen this title all over the place, but I know what you haven't heard is what's about to go down in this video. So grab your notebooks because I've got mine and I hope that what I share helps you. My first piece of advice is to make sure you look the part. Anytime that you are doing anything in your business, you need to look like you run a beauty business. I've talked to lash artists in 2025 at different schools and all of the things. And lash artists, whether they're home-based or have their own suite, they all kind of have the same mindset around, I can wear whatever I want to wear, especially in the home-based setting. So I'm going to give advice for both of them. If you are a lash artist who works from home, I am a home-based lash artist. I have been home-based now 4 times and I do not plan to leave. Just because you are home, that does not mean you don't need to look like you're showing up for work. Does that necessarily mean you need a work uniform? Not unless you want to. Are work uniforms great even for working at home? Absolutely. They're still professional and the job is the job no matter where you're doing the job. If you do choose to not wear a uniform, make sure that you look polished. If you have clients as early as 8 a.m., you need to make sure that you're getting up in enough time to make sure that you look like you're ready for work. Put some clothes on. Don't show up to these appointments, home or not, in your pajamas or in something just looks super relaxed and like you didn't take any time to put effort into yourself. I'm not saying you can't wear tights or anything like that, but dress them up and make them look good. Make sure that your lashes are done. And if you don't have your lashes on, put you on a cluster if that's your thing, put you on a strip if that's your thing, or put you on some mascara. I love a mascara when my lashes aren't done. My lashes are not done now and I am wearing mascara. I have on a face. Do you always have to put on a full face of makeup? Absolutely not. But conceal your eyes or put on a little highlight. Do your brows. Do something to make you look and feel like I am headed to work. I am coming to service a client for a beauty service and I am representing my business in a way that reflects I am the most obvious choice of a beauty service professional that you need to pick. If you are looking crusty and dusty, I do not want to lay in your lash bed. And depending on the type of client that you want to attract this year, they don't want to lay on your crusty, dusty lash bed either. So make sure that you are showing up and looking the part. Clean clothes, hair groomed, face nice. You know what to do. All right, let's move on. Before we move on, don't put that bonnet on and go do them lashes. Okay, now we can move on for real. Number 2, use systems this year. And I know the word systems can be a little intimidating. It can sound big, but let me share with you just how simple a system is. A system is something as simple as something that helps you achieve the goals or get the task done. Booking site, that is a system. Stop taking appointments through your DM. Stop taking appointments through text message, especially if you already have a booking site and you're paying for it. I know it may seem like, oh, my clients are, reaching out to me over here. Redirect them to that booking site that you are investing your hard-earned money into. If you don't have a booking site, go ahead and create one. It is professional. You want people, potential clients, to take your business serious, you got to start first with taking it serious. So go ahead and get that booking site. On that booking site, You can have your policies there. You have your pricing there. You have your availability there. That allows you more freedom to disconnect from your business and create a little more work-life balance. That's something that we're always talking about. We need, we want, how do we achieve it? You start by creating some boundaries. I'm getting ahead of myself. But make sure that a booking site is a system. Everything is there. If clients have questions about, okay, what kind of lash style they should get, or, questions about the lashes, sure, hit me up, DM me, text me, email me, whatever. If you want to know when I'm available, how much something is, go to the booking site. And you can kindly let them know, here's my booking site that has pricing and availability for your convenience. Feel free to choose any time that fits best for your schedule. If you have any additional questions about lash services or styles that I offer, don't hesitate to ask any questions. That's an easy way to say, hey girl, here's the link. Book with the link, okay? That is going to help you put your phone down more. You're not always chasing the text messages and the DMs. I have notifications off anyway, and both of my phones, the work phone and my personal phone, live on Do Not Disturb. My work phone is off of Do Not Disturb if it's during working hours, but other than that, So you can't text me and ask me just no random questions. The booking site is the booking site, and use the booking site. Let's move on. Another system is QuickBooks. QuickBooks helps with the financial part of your business. I am not a bookkeeper. I am not an accountant. I honestly do not like having to handle the money parts of my business. And one of my goals this year is to hire a bookkeeper, but until I'm able to do that, I'm having to use QuickBooks to do it. And through QuickBooks, it automatically logs any Zelle transactions, any Square transactions, anything that goes to my business account, to or out of my business account. QuickBooks is logging that, and I already have categories set up. Some of them are pre-done for you, the categories, and all you have to go in there and do is label them how they need to be labeled. QuickBooks moves it to where it needs to be moved to during tax time or when it's time for tax time. You got everything kind of right there already. It is a great tool, a great system to implement within your business for a successful year. It is so important to know what your money numbers are looking like, and if you're not good with handling the money part, it's good to have a system or a tool that can help you. Another system that we have is creating a content plan, and make yourself an easy, simple content plan for you to follow and for you to follow consistently. Now, sometimes we get real crazy with the content plans. We want to post content about everything. Listen, sis, pick you a couple of pillars, which are the main topics that you're going to talk about in your content, and then create your content ideas around those. So let's say, for example, lash retention is something that you want to educate your clients about. Okay, what about lash retention can you create content about? First of all, how long your retention lasts. Secondly, what you do to help your clients maximize retention. Thirdly, what your clients can do to help maximize their retention, and so on and so forth. The lash retention is the pillar. All of those other things I just listed, those are your content topics. Recycle those over and over again every week, every month. It's okay, because one thing that you have to know is that not everybody who follows you or doesn't follow you is seeing everything that you post. So if you only post about lash retention one time and I didn't get to see it, well, when am I supposed to see it? When I go binge your page? Now, do some people binge pages? Absolutely. And it's great to have a page with bingeable content, but you want to make sure that that content is being created for your ideal client. What does she need to see? What does she need to know about lash extensions, about your service process, about you? And keep the plan simple so that you can follow it, you can stay committed to it, and you can see the results from it. Another system is a marketing strategy. So in addition to your content plan, it's important to know when you're going to be posting, what times you're going to be posting, what days you're posting, how many times a day you're posting. It's really kind of your post rhythm. And that is important to know. It's important to know your target audience so you know how to do your marketing. Let's say, for example, your target audience, she's a mom, or your ideal client, she's a mom. Okay, at 6 in the morning when you're posting, what is this mom doing? Probably trying to have her quiet moment, or not having a quiet moment because she's getting ready for work, she's getting her children ready for school. 6 a.m. might not be the best time, but maybe around 11 when she's probably getting ready to take a lunch break, not a bad idea. The point is, when you know who your ideal client is, you can create content that she needs to see. As I mentioned before, what does she need to see? What does she need to learn about your lashes, your lash service process, about you, and when is the best time that she's going to be able to consume this? When you know your target audience, you know how to answer these questions. So a marketing strategy will definitely help you. By the way, I am a lash marketing strategist and mentor. So If you need a content plan that is tailored for your business, or if you need a marketing strategy that is tailored for your business, drop I don't know, marketing strategy or content plan in the comments, and I will reach out to you to see what we can do to help you. I offer calls. I offer a power hour clarity call, and that is when we get on the call for about an hour and a half, for an hour and a half, and we talk about whatever it is that you need more clarity on. If you need more clarity on how to align your content with your audience, or how to improve your marketing strategy so that you can get more engagement, or whatever the goals for your content are, we can do that. Now, if you want a full in-depth low-key workshop with me, I am rolling out the Powerhouse Business Intensive. And what that is, it's a 3-hour call where we get solid on your goals and we create systems for your goals. This means we are creating the tasks that you will need to complete to reach said goals. We are defining your target audience. This is your ideal client, the person that you want to service over and over and over again. If you could duplicate her across your books, this is her. We get solid on her, and then we'll get solid on your brand identity. That way, the things that you're putting out, your content that you're creating and sharing, it aligns with her and it attracts her. For example, if your energy in your content is very bubbly, but she's a very cool, chill kind of person, she's not going to be attracted to that. And not to say that there's anything wrong with you or anything wrong with the way that you express or represent your brand. She's just not the client who's going to connect with that. So if you want to connect those dots, that's what we'll do during those calls, as well as in regard to making sure you have a very solid brand identity for your ideal client. And then we'll create your content strategy with your content pillars and your content topics and your sub pillars, so that everything flows easily, and we will create your marketing strategy so you know what to post, when to create it, all of the things, how to communicate through your captions, through your voiceovers with this ideal client. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And if you are tired of throwing spaghetti at the wall, meaning just posting content hoping that somebody will click it and like it and book, it's time to strategize, and I'm here to help you do that. So if you're interested in that, type or drop a PBI in the in the comments. And PBI again means Powerhouse Business Intensive. Okay, moving on. Another thing that you can use for strategies: whiteboards, planners, strategy boards. I'm gonna show y'all mine. The point of all of this is for you to write the things down. It's great to have notes in your phone. It's great to have things saved in ChatGPT or whatever, using your iPad, using your laptop or MacBook, but there is something truly intentional and strategic about putting pen or pencil to paper or marker to board, whatever, so that you can write the things out. The Bible tells us to write the vision, make it plain so that anybody can read it. And in the appointed time, it will come to pass. It will not delay. Wait for it. So that's Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3. Did I just kind of summarize it? Yes, but that's basically what it says. So let me get into showing you guys what this process looks like for me. So this is my first time creating a strategy board, my first year creating a strategy board. I got this board from Hobby Lobby. It was $3.99. It's the old school science fair board, or trifold board. And what I've done is put the whole year on this board and organized it by quarter. As you can see, we have quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then under each quarter, it has all 3 months that are in that quarter. And I have been able to go in and write out or make sure that I can see the full year in advance. Did I go crazy trying to do that? No, because I am not trying to just do busy work. I'm doing intentional strategic work, and also leaving room for God to do whatever it is that He wants to do with these plans. So I have conferences in pink that I want to attend. I have my days that I go to Lash with Light. That's my friend Carly's lash business. I go to help her do lashes. I have those on here the days that I'm going. I have my work schedule. So when it's an administrative day, when I don't have clients, I have my administrative work time. I have my YouTube time, and that is time for me to record videos or edit the videos. I have deadlines highlighted on here so that I can stay on track. Now, the way that I tie this board into my whiteboard, into my planner, let me grab my planner. So the whiteboard, let's go over here real quick to the board. This is my whiteboard, and I use it. This whiteboard has a scripture at the top: for nothing will be impossible with God, Luke 1:37, and that same scripture is right here on the back of my whiteboard, as well as in my planner, which I'll show you in a minute. But here is everything that I have to do. I have reminders up here. I've actually completed this. I can erase that. But over here, these are things that I need to work on. These are the videos that I need to record this week. This is my accountability chart for when the videos are done. We check it, all of the things. This is my content plan for my lash business, as well, my lash page, as well as my my Lash mentor page. And so I write all of that out there, and then in my planner, I organize it so that I know what I'm doing on what day. So for example, this week I had my administrative work days. Well, what am I doing during that time? I was ironing out, okay, what videos am I going to release this month? And after I came up with the videos that are on the board, I'm like, okay, I need to now create my post schedule so that I know what's going out when on what page. I wrote all of that down in here, and this also has check boxes like next to the days, and that will help me to stay accountable and to stay on top of all of the tasks that I need to complete. I also have, hold on, my Luke 137 right here, because that's just not something that I want to forget. As somebody who deals with anxiety very terribly, who sometimes don't feel like working, like seriously, I was born to dilly-dally and forced to lock in. And so this is a part of my lock-in strategy that helps me. You don't have to get the whiteboard or the planner or create the strategy board, but my point is find a system that works for you and use that system to help you achieve your goals. In this specific system that I'm talking about, a system to help you write it down. All of my details about my YouTube videos, I have written them down. So all four of these pieces of system, the notebook, the planner, the whiteboard, the strategy board, they all work together to help me do the things. Okay, so now that we have talked about systems, let's move on to my third piece of advice. Number 3, let it cook. Let the strategies cook. One thing that I have learned the hard way as a content creator by way of being a lash business owner is that things take time to work. For example, the content that you are posting right now for lash clients, those are for clients that are looking at your page now. Those are for clients 3 months from now. The work that you do now is going to be the product that you see, the harvest that you experience 3 months from now in the future. And I say 3 months because when I was doing my full-blown mentorship program, I would always let my mentees know it takes a minimum of a quarter for things to actually start producing results, for you to actually start seeing results. And that's why my mentorship program, it was a mandatory minimum of at least 3 months. We have this expectation to do it now and get it now, and that's just not the way it works. And I'm preaching to me as well, or teaching to me as well. And that's just not the way it works. So you have to give the things time to cook. That strategy plan for your marketing, that content plan for your content, give it at least 3 months to work. Be consistent for at least 3 months and do check-ins at 30 days. Okay, let's see what's working, what's not working. And the important part of writing it all down is, and write it in pencil, is that when you see, okay, this one part of the plan, it needs a little revision. Now you can go in and revise that part of the plan instead of scrapping it and creating a completely different one. Do the same thing at 60 days, and at 90 days, do a hard evaluation. Do I keep this strategy or do I scratch it and do something else? The point is, it's going to take time. Everything takes time. There's a sermon that I love and I share with all of my mentees. It is from a series, it is called Faith Like a Farmer, and it is from the Crazier Faith series through Transformation Church. Now, this is not a video that I'm recommending to convert you to Christianity. This is a video that will help you understand an earth principle and how it applies to your business. The formula that he gives in this video is seed, sow, time, work, harvest. And that is the way things work in the earth. First is seed. That's the idea that you have. Then you have to plant it. That's the sowing part. You have to put the seed in the ground if you're going to actually get a fruit tree out of it. Whatever. you have to do the work on the idea if you plan for that idea to become fruitful and to produce for you. Seed, sow, time. That's where we get lost at. That's where we get stuck at. That's where we get discouraged and unmotivated and quit and give up and complain and all the things at. It's going to take time. You're going to have to let it cook. You're going to have to let the seed break open and for the things to come out of it and through the ground. Work. While you are waiting in that time period, keep working, keep planting other seeds. And I'm not saying run crazy with a gazillion businesses or a gazillion business ideas, but keep doing the things that are going to water that seed for fruition. And lastly, harvest. Harvest is when you get the return on it. Harvest is when you can evaluate, okay, this was the outcome from the seed, sow, time, work, harvest, and this is how we can improve it the next season or improve it in the next quarter. That is also a working time, because while you have the clients coming in, you also have more time going into your business. You have less time away from other things like administrative tasks or whatever. So make sure that you are giving this thing time to work. And again, like I said, this all back to that work-life balance. We are always so ready for the harvest, for the money, for the clients, for the whatever it is that we're working so hard for. And when that time comes, if we are not prepared to give it some balance, we are undertaken by the very thing that we wanted. So make sure you set you some work hours, turn that phone off, put it on do not disturb. When it's time to work, you go with it. And when it's time to chill, you chill very hard. Okay, moving on to number 4. Number 4 is stay in the room. A few months ago, when I was turning 5 in business, that was actually August of 2025, I went live one day and a beauty business owner was celebrating 10 years and she was on my live. I had no idea who this woman was. It was her first time on one of my lives, and I asked her for advice. I'm like, what is a key that you would give to somebody who is half a decade in, whereas you have completed a full decade? And her advice was to stay in the room. And that hit me in my core, and I'm going to explain why. When I say stay in the room, I mean be present at other events. Go to Lash conferences. Are they expensive? Yes, they are. Are they worth every penny? Absolutely. They are worth the networking and meeting other Lash artists from different states, different countries, who you can connect with, who you can relate to, who understand you in this specific regard, and who knows how many other regards. I have so many Lash sisters, and I have a few really close friends who were first Lash sisters, and now we actually do life together outside of business. And I would not have ever met these women if I would not have gotten out of my own space and gone to be in a room. Pick you a conference. The conferences I strongly recommend: number 1, Lash Boss Summit. That is in Austin, Texas, and it is happening this year, 2026, April 24th through April 26th. There's a lash battle that you can compete in. Show off your lash skills and maybe win that award. Put that in your bio, have those bragging rights, feel good about yourself. There are tons of great speakers. Last year, 2025, was my first year attending Lash Boss Summit, and one thing that I really love is that all of the attendees are in one room at one time, and we are listening to every speaker. I had the privilege to speak last year on marketing and branding, and this year I had the privilege of speaking again, and we are creating content plans and marketing strategies. I cannot wait. And each year I go to a conference, I am meeting people, I am connecting people, I am being refilled through the education that I'm receiving, and I am being fulfilled by being able to pour out, to be able to help another lash artist, learn from another lash artist, get a hug from another lash artist. It is so important. So that's just one conference that I want to plug real quick, but there are tons of others, like the Lash Conference, Elite Lash Convention, ILE, which is International Lash Expo. There are even online conferences like the Lash Biz Babes Conference. You can be in your pajamas and be at that conference, and it is so worth it. But stay in the room. If there's a networking event in your area, whether it's for beautypreneurs or not, go to it. Go meet people. Build your confidence muscle. Get out of your suite, get out of your lash room, and invest your time and your energy into your business in a new way. You're going to need other people to build this thing, whether if it's for advice, whether it's to vent, or if it's for ideas, or whatever the case may specifically be for you. Stay in the room. Let's move on. Number 5, and this be the one that we get to choking on. Maybe make those investments. And I don't mean crazy expensive investments. What I have here, I wrote down things that I actually use and how I invest in myself. And number 1, audio books. Now, I love a book. I love a physical book, but I do not have the attention span to sit and read a full physical book. However, when I am lashing for hours on hours a day, multiple days, I can listen to that audio book. I love books that help me with my mindset, books that give me motivation or inspiration or encouragement, and I love books that educate me on something. Get into them audiobooks, and instead of listening to, whatever music you listening to in your AirPod while you're doing your lashes. Feed yourself, invest in yourself for something that can really help you. The things that you put in are the things that come out. So put some good things, some useful things in there so that useful things come out through your hands into your business, into the world. Another way to invest, if there's a course that you want to take, baby, take the course. If you are not good at classic lashes, take you a classic lash refresher. If you're not good at volume lashes, take you a volume lash refresher. If your retention sucks, if whatever your lash issue may be, invest in something for that. I offer lash refresher classes, get lash refresher courses, and I am just plugging that in there. I offer what I called a lash and learn. That is when you come into my home sweet at Powerhouse Lash Haven and you lash a model. With me giving you real-time feedback, I will give you demonstrations of things. I will help you correct some of your current practices, and we're going to make sure that you have what you need to be a better lash artist in the future. And I say in the future because we're going to what this year? Let it cook. So the things that you learn at the training, will you be able to implement them immediately? Absolutely. But lashing is a skill, and we all know that, and so it takes time to build that skill. So that means what you learn this year, whether it's through a lash training or through a book, you're going to have to practice it. You're going to have to do it repetitiously so that you can get a harvest. Okay, so take the course. If you are not good with content, if you are not good with marketing, that is an excuse. Because if you're not good at lashes, what you gonna do? Take that training. So take you a marketing training, take you a content training, go to you a workshop, book you a PBI, Powerhouse Business Intensive, book you a Powerhouse Clarity call so that you can get the specific help on whatever the specific thing is. Whatever you do, make sure that you are investing in yourself. Another thing, get the equipment that you want. If you know that your tweezers suck, upgrade those tweezers. If you know that you're tired of using traditional lash adhesive and you want to try UV lashing, I highly recommend UV lashing, baby. Get the Opal system from Lash Apothecary. It is the safest in our industry. It is backed by evidence-based science. So make sure that you are follow them. Follow Lash with Light. Her name is Carly Wise, and she is the director of education for the company Lash Apothecary, and she is smart as a whip, okay? And she knows all the things about this light curing system and how it benefits your clients. Less fumes, it weakens the opportunity for irritations and all kinds of amazing things. Once I made the switch, my clients have loved it. They have loved it, and I've loved it too because it also improved their retention. The point is, get what you need to get. If you need to improve your lashes, get better quality lashes. Get the best quality. Now, don't go broke doing this stuff. Do not go investing $1 gazillion into something that you have not tried and found it to be true to work best for you and your clients. Start with the smallest things. If you want to try out a company's adhesive, buy one bottle. If you want to try out with their tweezers, buy one tweezer. Buy one lash tray, one. And if you like it, okay, then you can start investing more into it. Be smart. Don't go broke. Don't do nothing dumb. But make sure that you are investing. Moving on to number 6. That is, be strategic, not just intentional. When I tell you, I've seen all the beautypreneurs talking about how they're going to be intentional this year. Listen, intentional, that's as easy as, oh, I intend to go to the bank when I get done recording for YouTube. If I decide to do something else, well, I had the intention. I was intentional. I knew exactly what I needed to do. But if I am strategic, I am going to make sure when I turn this camera off, I am going to grab my purse. I am going to grab my keys. I'm going to get up and go. Make sure that you have systems. Systems help you be strategic. Systems help you be strategic. They help you with clarity. They help you to see where you can improve something to do better for better results. Be strategic, not just intentional. And my last one, number 7 for 2026, to be a successful lash artist, believe. And only believe. This is for those of us who get in our heads. I am one of them. When the content isn't getting any engagement, when the marketing strategy isn't bringing you any new clients, when the consistent posting feels draining, when you hit a wall mentally, energetically, creatively, you have to still believe. That is why I have that Luke 1:37 scripture everywhere that I can see it when I am working for my business. I need to believe that all things are possible with God. I need to believe that nothing will be impossible without him. Whatever your thing is that you need to write down for you to help you only believe, do that, because what happens in your head comes through your mouth, and what you speak through your mouth, baby, it manifests into the earth. So only speak the things that you want. I heard a pastor say a couple of weeks ago, if you don't want it, don't speak it. So only believe. Even through your tears, don't let those words come out of your mouth. I mean, and I'm not saying like don't be realistic. Absolutely pray realistically. Let God know everything you feel. God, this sucks. God, I don't like this. This is uncomfortable. Blah, 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 blah. But follow it up with his word. But all things are possible with you, but nothing will be impossible without you. But you said I am the head and not the tail. But I am blessed going in and coming out. But whatever your but is, make sure on the other side of that it is only belief. I hope that this video has encouraged you. I hope that you took some notes so that you can create your own systems and do one of these 7 things or all of these 7 things to help you have a successful 2026 in your lash business, in your beauty business. Listen, if you need help, do not forget to comment PBI or comment Power Hour, and I can give you the links for those specific, calls that we can have and where I can offer help. If you need more lash help, comment Lash and Learn, and I'll send you the link for that along with information. I just want you to have the best year because I want to have the best year, and I think we can all have the best year if we are using the best practices. So I hope this video was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on your bell notification button so that you're aware every time I share a video, and I will see y'all in the next one.